Hey, thanks for stopping by Mystic Messages. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, good to have you back. Hope everyone is doing well today. Today's message is specifically for light workers and chosen. Okay, chosen and the light workers that I'm speaking to right now are struggling with accepting their divine mission or are afraid to make that first step. And I get it. It's totally freaking scary. It's scary to make that first step. You know, when God first asked me to use my abilities to create this channel, I wasn't thrilled with that. I wasn't sure that I'd be able to do it, but God said it doesn't matter. Whatever you feel capable of is not important. What's important is that you do what I ask you to do. Follow what you're being asked to do, and things will eventually work out if we learn to place things in God's hands. And I realized when I did that, things started to change for me slowly. I've been getting increasingly better at making these videos, which I thought wouldn't be possible for me because, as I said time and time before, I'm not a public speaker. But I've noticed my improvement, and I can only attribute that to God's help because there's no way on earth that I could have done this otherwise. You know, I was never looking to be out in the public eye in any way. But, God persistently nudged me and pushed me in this direction, and the nudges didn't stop until I actually took that first step, placed my complete trust in source and the divine realms. Now, whoever that is for you, when we learn to place our trust in a being above ourselves, we learn to release ourselves of the burden of having to get things done correctly. Because when God sends you to do something, there's nothing that can hold you back, regardless of how you feel about it. So I'm speaking to people out there right now that are feeling a little discouraged and afraid to take the first step towards their true divine calling. And like I said, it's going to take courage. And Source wants you to know that you are seen and you are heard. And the assistance is there for you. All you have to do is ask for it, and you shall receive. Ask for the courage to take that first step. Be not afraid. Walk into the light. Because where God sends you, the path is already cleared forward. So you don't have to strive. In this world, we were taught to strive. We have to strive for this, strive for that, strive to make progress. In God's world, it doesn't work that way. You don't have to strive to receive God's love. All you have to do is be obedient and trust. And when you put those two things together, miraculous things begin to happen, and things will change in your life. You know, as I'm going down this path myself, things have changed in my life enough for me to be able to share with those out there who are currently on the same journey. That's why I was instructed to create this community so that others can find their soul tribe. And if you can't find it here, there's plenty of other channels out there that are available, you know. And, like I said, we can't expect things to happen overnight. You can't just expect, oh, you decide to be obedient today and things are going to change tomorrow. It takes time, it takes practice, and it takes consistency. Okay. We can't do it one day and not the next. It's kind of like exercise. You can't work out one day a week expecting to achieve, you know, a miraculous result. Just doesn't work that way. But it's about being consistent. And through consistency and trust in a higher power than ourselves, we can get through anything. We are capable of anything when we remember who we are and what we're capable of doing. The light workers and the star seeds and the chosen were sent on this planet to help guide those who are seeking. Okay? We're not going to be able to guide everyone, and that's okay. Not everyone can come down this path with us. And that's another scary part of this journey. Having to leave behind, people, places, and sometimes, things that we are accustomed to in order to move forward and to follow God's will. God knows what's best for all of us. And it may not be exactly what we envision, but it's always better than what we envision when we finally receive it. and all the things that we thought we were incapable of doing are all tricks and deceptions used by the false matrix to keep humanity down, to keep you from believing in yourself, to keep you from believing that you have strength and the power to make change. Each of us together is a power force, and when we unite, we're unstoppable and we can get anything done. But we have to have faith, and we have to release and put our full trust into the higher power, whoever that is for us, whoever we relate to. And when we do that, things will change. When we do what we're being asked to do, when we follow those nudges, even when they make no sense, just follow them. There's a reason and a purpose behind everything. Everything God asks us to do has a reason behind it, and nothing is not without a reason. Nothing. No matter what you go through in this life, everything had a purpose. Whether it was to teach us a lesson, whether it was to deal with a karmic situation, or whether it is to make changes in our life. But we have to release and trust. And source and the divine realms are completely aware of how difficult that is for human beings to do that because of the world we're currently living in. But the one promise is if we remain consistent, we will eventually achieve results. Again, going back to this channel, when I first created it, due to my abilities, I didn't expect that I was going to receive many followers or comments or whatever. And again, that wasn't part of the plan. The plan was to put this channel out there regardless, and God will take care of the rest, and I left that into God's hands. So this channel and these messages will find those in divine timing who need to hear them. And it will eventually, build a collective that is specifically meant to hear these messages. And I'm happy to be part of that. And I want to give everyone encouragement out there to continue to move forward and not to be scared. Because sometimes the things that we fear most, when we look back, we realize that those things weren't as scary as we made them out to be, or what the darkness wanted us to believe that they were. But if we never take that first step in faith and in trust, we can't move forward. And I know a lot of you are stuck in that situation right now, and it's okay. There's no judgment on that. You will eventually do this. I eventually did it. It's just a matter of taking that first step and ask for help, ask for strength. I did it every single day. Call on your spirit guides, your ancestors. Call on the ascended masters, the ascended mothers. Call on God Almighty. Whoever it is that you feel or that you closely, resonate with. Call upon them. They'll help you. They will help you. They helped me. They'll help you. I can promise you that. You just have to be willing to take that first step. We're going to leave it out there for now. I want to thank everyone for stopping by, and hope to see you again soon. Take care.